this computer. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for getting on this webinar tonight. My name is Julianne Lagerstrom, and I am an independent consultant. I'm a VP in Arbonne, and this is like my favorite thing that I get to do. So I don't know how you are joining this as far as watching this. Like, I don't know if you are somebody who you've been introduced to the products and you have fallen in love with them, and now you're like, I'm wondering how people are making money at this because my friend seems so excited about it, or the person that introduced you. Or if you were, bribed to watch this, which I totally understand. You're thinking, there's no way this is for me. I absolutely can't see myself doing something like this, but I'm nice and I'm going to go ahead and listen. And so thank you for being nice. If that's you, I totally get it, because that's where I was at a little over 13 years ago. Okay. I did not think that this was going to be something for me at all. And lo and behold, it was. So I just applaud you for taking a listen and getting to know more, because regardless of if this is for you from an income perspective, knowing what we have to offer also from a product perspective is really important. So that is not going to be the focus of tonight as far as the products. The products are super important, and I'm going to say a few words about them, but you're going to want to know more if you haven't already tried the products. But thank you for getting educated, because I just always, once I learned about it, my true desire is I just wanted people to at least be educated, because I did not want people that I cared about to say, why didn't you tell me about this? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. I do have a PowerPoint. So hold on just a moment and I will do that. Okay. Hold on. So then you have to like move things around on this thing. Okay. There, is that better? Can you see that okay? Okay, great. So here is, here's one of my favorite things about Arbonne, is that Arbonne really helps in two foundational areas of being a human being, okay? And those two areas are, number one, we all need our health, right? Like, we've got to be able to do the things that we want to do. Health is pretty much very, very, very important, right? And then also your finances, okay? That might sound like an ugly word, but you know what? When it comes right down to it, money is up there with oxygen. We really kind of need money in order to be able to survive, right? And this really is something that helps people with both arenas. And I don't know if what you're most interested in is the health perspective. And if that is the case, we definitely have stuff for you. Arbonne's products are really comprehensive. The science and the research behind them, they're literally designed to help your body operate at its optimum. Okay. It is about looking good and feeling good and living your best life. Okay. So that's, the power in the products are incredible, but there's a huge power behind the products, and that's the income perspective for those of us who choose to share Arbonne with other people. So I'm going to tell you a bit more about that arena, because I feel like money's right up there with oxygen, and you need your health and you need money. Okay. And so this presentation may speak to you because you may need both things in your life, or you may need one or the other. Okay. So when this came into my life, I was working a very full-time job in corporate America, working between 40 to 60 hours a week. I had a baby, a 1-year-old, and my husband was building a business of his own. He's always been an entrepreneur. And so my life was super busy. And I would imagine yours is the same. Okay. I don't know many people who are like, I just don't know what to do with the time on my hands. Right. So, when I was taking a look at this from an income perspective, I had 4 major questions. Okay, so I'm just going to get right to it and go through those questions, because I feel like that's what that I needed to know in order to decide, is this something that I need to pursue, learn more about, or am I more still just on the product? Because I was introduced to the products and I bought the skincare and I absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. My skin felt amazing, and I had people all over the place commenting on my skin. So I knew this stuff was great. But I definitely didn't think that the income was something that I wanted to pursue because I was worried about what it entailed. So the first question that I had was, is there any money in this? Like, is there actually any money and is it worth my time? So the answer to that question is yes, there is money in this. This is the averages by commission rate in Arbonne, and what people make. And as you can see, it ranges from an average of $278 for district managers up to just under $21,000 for a national vice president. And this is monthly income. When I saw that area managers and regional vice presidents and national vice presidents, like I thought, when I saw the comma, I will tell you I was surprised. I didn't think that this was something that there was a substantial income stream. And I will tell you I was irritated when I saw that the range for regional vice presidents is anywhere from like $4,000 up to $10,000 in income. And I was like, good night. There are people that work this part-time that are making more money than I'm making in corporate America at a job that people are all, always asking if they can, how do they get into my arena? Like, what in the world is that? So there is money. It is real. I did quit my job very quickly in starting my Arbonne business. It's different for everyone, but here's what I love is that this is for people who want to upgrade to consultant just to get a better discount. We have people who upgrade to consultant and then share with a few family and friends just to support their Arbonne habit because they stinking love our products. And so might as well share with a few people and, make a little bit of money that offsets the money that you want to spend, right? We have people that they want to make anywhere from several $100s a month in additional income stream to a few $1,000s, which I truly believe you start putting a comma and that's real money in my world. Like that's where you can really make a difference in most households, right? Or there are people like me who I was making a great income and had a great job, but I did not have the freedom and flexibility. And I absolutely was doling out vacation days and I wasn't able to give my, self a raise whenever I wanted and just decide what I was worth. No way. And that's where, in seeing these numbers, I thought, wow, I had no idea. And what's really cool in Arbonne, especially within this industry, because there are all sorts of great companies out there, but there's no limit to what Arbonne will pay out to a consultant. There's no cap. And there's a lot of companies out there where there's a cap, which makes sense. But the way the compensation plan is arranged, it's extremely fair, which was very important to me. But it's also very lucrative, which is great. So number one question, is there money? Yes, there is. Depends on what you're looking for, but it absolutely is available. The second question that I had was, okay, that's great, but do I have to be a crazy salesperson? Like, do I need to be the weirdo that like everybody I talk to, I'm always trying to sell them products and I show up at a social gathering and nobody wants to make eye contact with me because they're like, oh no, don't talk to her. She's going to talk to you about Arbonne and try to sell you stuff, right? Like that literally that gave me a pit in my stomach. And I did not care about how much money I could make if I needed to be that type of person. Okay. And so the answer is no, you do not need to be a crazy salesperson. And please don't. If you do this, don't, because you don't need to, which was so exciting. And that's when I really thought, holy cow. So here's an example of why you don't have to be a crazy salesperson. So I hope that you can see this. I hope you may need to move the box with the, where you see my face. You may need to move that over a little bit because I'm trying to, but I don't know if that's working well. Okay. So this is an example of what happens if you redirect some of your monthly spending to your virtual Arbonne store and you teach a few people to do the same thing. And so that every month you're purchasing, $150 from your Arbonne store. This is just an example of the power of numbers and exponentials, okay? So you start out in this first line, it's you, and you're going to start purchasing $150 worth of product from Arbonne, for example, okay? And the reason why I chose 150 is because that's actually a trigger for Arbonne to know you're active and that you could get a commission check if you have one. So kind of cool. So you kind of want to at least have that. Here's the thing about that is if you were to take a laundry basket around your household right now and put every product in your basket that Arbonne has an equivalent product to, you would have a laundry basket full of products. So what's super cool about this business and Arbonne as a company is we are not a one product pony, okay? And this is stuff that people use, and we're talking about switching some spending. So it's not like trying to tell someone, oh, you should buy this, but you've never used it before and it's some fandangled thing. No, this is stuff that you use, but you're probably not always getting a discount on it. And you probably most certainly do not have a way of getting paid on your own purchases. Like those of us who are consultants in Arbonne, we can, which is super cool. Okay. So that's line one. So let's say over, sometime 4 people that they're like, well, that's easy. Like I love these products. I could convert some spending. And so let's say they start doing it on a monthly basis. So that would be $600 in additional income for a total monthly team sales of $750, right? Pretty cool. So there's 5 of you right now. And then those 4 people end up finding 4, over time. 4 people each. So there's 16 more people that convert their monthly spending. So your total team monthly sales would be around $3,150, which is above district manager requirements. Okay. And that's that average, where you saw the average was like 278 or, in the mid 200s. But it can be as up to about $1,000 in monthly income. And then those 16 people over time each find 4 people. That's 64 people. That's area manager requirements. Here's the thing about that. This is the reason why I'm showing this, is that just by people converting spending, okay, and just teaching a few other people to do the same, it's extremely powerful what happens as people continue to share and it duplicates, okay? Now, this isn't as far as like, there's not a certain time frame or whatever with this. What's really cool and what I want you to draw your attention to is the bottom line that sales happen, okay? And the average is between $1,000 and $3,000 that a consultant ends up, selling a month, because these products are really, really good, okay? And my favorite thing when I started this business is I realized, okay, I don't have this huge monkey on my back. Like I've got to sell a ton of products. I get to go out and share and tell people about the skincare and the nutrition products and be like, find out for yourself. There's a 45-day guarantee. Like test it out and see if you love it like I do, because it's the bomb. And by the way, you can get a discount too. I mean, I thought that is not bad. I can do that. What I didn't want to feel like I needed to do was that I needed to convert everybody I knew to be a customer of mine. Like that gave me the heebie-jeebies. I am great with sharing about things that I do personally love and I think are great, and let someone decide if it's for them. That feels great. And I do that all the time, even when I don't, outside of our run, and I don't get paid for it. But I don't like feeling like I need to convert and force and manipulate things, and I've got to be some rock star salesperson. This absolutely takes that out, because the way that the Arbonne compensation plan works, you just need to do some work and find a few people to do some work and a few people to do some work. And that's how this works. And that's also how this works, where I was working full-time, very full-time. And I saw, oh, this is how people are adding this into their life, is because it isn't like a full-time job. You can do it in nooks and crannies. So that leads to the next question that I had. So question number 3, remember there's 4 questions. Don't worry, we're getting there. Question number 3 is this doable? Like, what exactly do I do? And like, can I do it? Well, oh, it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. This is what we do. This is an example of what it looks like, what we do as Arbonne consultants and sharing Arbonne with other people. Okay. So the first thing that we do is the green funnel. It starts with the green funnel where I connect with someone, whether it's online or through text or phone or in person, and I'm like, I would love to share with you why I'm doing what I'm doing. And when I first started this business, I said to my friends, I know you are probably going to think I'm nuts, and I don't blame you because I never thought that I would do something like this. But let me share why, and let me show you what this is all about. And then you can decide where you land. So we share a bit. We use a third-party tool like a meeting like this or something recorded or some kind of call, or you're having coffee, whatever it is. And you ask people, okay, so is there anything that speaks to you? Do you want to know more? And what happens is either people want to know more about how we do this and create the income, or they're like, okay, I would love to know about the nutrition. I would love to know about the skincare. And if you notice the bottom circles here, there's a 30-day healthy living program. That program, if you do not know about this program, it is absolutely phenomenal. It is whole food based. It uses Arbonne products that are literally designed to help reset your metabolism, get your body back to baseline, and get you back to a healthier you, where you are feeling energized. And the stories that we have from people going through this program literally are amazing. You can't make it up. And I won't go into that because this isn't about that, but it's amazing. And then you have the 30-day skincare dare for people who are more interested in the skincare, where you totally get to test out the brand new anti-aging line that literally like knocks the socks off of everything else out there, even in clinical trials, where you get to test it out for yourself. And you're in a private Facebook group, and there's all these tips and tricks and things just about looking your best and feeling your best and treatment stuff. It's awesome. So that's, this is what this looks like. This is what we do. We start with like the why behind. We share a bit about Arbonne for like a little bit of income and product. And it's like, well, what are you most interested in? Okay. And because guess what? This is about just serving people where they're at, right? But this is about sharing with people what you wouldn't know if we didn't tell you, okay? So then the next thing is this is an example of what it would look like what if you, for the first 12 months of your business, you sold a few packages a month of Arbonne packages, and you found 2 other people who wanted to do the same game plan, where you started selling with 5 packages, and then it kind of teetered down to 4 and then 3 and then 2 or whatever a month. But you found 2 people that want to do the exact same thing. And you probably can't see these numbers very well. However, and I wonder if I can move this over because this is like in the way. Here's what I want to show you about this is it is super powerful. People doing some work, on a consistent basis and teaching a couple of other people to do some work. And it's a little bit of work, but I don't like to say a little in the sense of you don't lift a finger, because that's not true at all. And if you're looking for some free ride, keep looking, because this isn't it necessarily. However, the power of this is huge. And I've lived this out the first several months, of this, that is what my business looked like. Truly, when I started 13 years ago. And it gets me so excited because I'm like, oh, it's so straightforward. It's not this and jump through this hoop and then do that and then balance on here and whatever. This is doable. And that's how I worked my way out of my corporate job within 7 months of starting my business. And I say that not to impress you, to let you know what's possible. And I was making an incredible income and had a company car and, all sorts of things. And, and I'm not the only one. There are so many people who've been able to make major life changes by starting this business. So this is an example of the doability and how, why wouldn't you give yourself 12 months to just see if this could be something for you. So that leads me to, where do you see yourself? Like, I don't know, in what I've talked about, what maybe interests you or intrigues you. If you're interested in the products, you would want to be a client or a preferred client. You'd want to learn more about our nutrition program or the skincare dare, and you need to ask your consultant about that. But if you are thinking, oh my word, I didn't know that people made that kind of money in network marketing, and this girl quit her job in 7 months. Yeah, I did. And other people have too. And, isn't this worth it to yourself and to your family and to your life to see if this could be a fit for you? I think the fourth question, the final question that I had, and I have for you is, am I going to be able to overcome my hesitations to get started and to see? That's the biggest one. And the biggest hesitations that I come across are, do I have to be an amazing salesperson? And I already answered that. The second is typically, what are people going to think? And the thing is what do you mean? What are people going to think? I realized that I went to business school. I'm smart and savvy, and I was stuck in the corporate grind. Okay. And I thought, I am making a really smart decision here, because the upside is pretty amazing and the downside is almost nothing. I have some products that I already use and I like, and I have taken some time to share it with people, but isn't that better than regretting not trying? And what if I fail? I absolutely thought about that. What if I fail? Well, I wasn't quitting my job to start this. Okay. I definitely knew I was at least going to give it 12 months and then pull up my head and see, did I have any forward traction on this? And then I was going to evaluate. But my life wasn't going to get worse. It was only going to potentially get better. So the failing, there really isn't failing in this. The failing is deciding to quit. But the risk is so not even existent almost. And I'm married to someone who's a total risk taker. I am not. I do not like risks. I do not. And so that's why this spoke to me so well. And what I just needed to do was plug into what was available and set out before me. And I had people who were literally cheering me on, teaching me, training me to be successful. Where does that happen in corporate America? Not very often. So the final thing that I have to say is, hold on, I don't know why this keeps doing that. Oh, there we go. You are where you are today because of the choices that you made. And it's Sunday night, and I don't know if you're super excited about tomorrow morning and what you are doing, or if you're dreading it, or if you're somewhere in between, because I was kind of somewhere in between. But here's what I realized. Life is too short. And once I knew that there was something available to me, I started really getting real with how badly I wanted to thrive in life versus the surviving that I was doing. I was up to here, just trying to keep my head above water. And life is too short for that. And now what I get to do that literally changed my life, but has changed so many other people's lives in a really positive way. And I didn't know how badly I wanted a bigger purpose than even beyond me. Of course, I cared about my family and my finances. But then beyond that, to be able to help other people with theirs was huge. And to be able to help people with how they feel with their bodies and how they look and literally make a difference on that foundational level is also, you can't put a price tag on it. So I really appreciate you getting on this call tonight and watching this. And I hope that it's made you think a bit. My recommendation is go for it. You really don't have much to lose, and you have potentially a whole lot to gain. And the person who invited you to watch this, they totally see something in you. They see something great. And hopefully you see that too. And you will go after your life and live your best life. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to stop the share. And I Hope you have an amazing week.